There are spies in Danny's world. Well, kind of. There have been bots that have been infiltrating into Danny's world as of recent. Players are also speculating that toon handlers are going to be added to Danny's world sometime soon. And we also found, rainbow pumpkins. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. So there was a small little post made by this small indie developer named Quelver, where she posted this image of Dandy. And as you can see, it was just a small little post that got 81,000 likes and 10,000 comments. Yeah, so this post blew up. It's the first post that Quelver, the creator of Danny's World, has ever made. And the reason why I hopeless, what the heck are you building, bro? The reason why I bring this up at all is because in the background, you can very, very faintly see a specific character. We'll talk about that character, but first I want to look at the YouTube comment, with the top comment being, "I am the box demon." Are we being so for real right now? I love Danny's new smile and his twisted form. He seems so much more likable now. Either way, other people started to notice it as well. If you look closely, Devin is in the back. Danny's World's toon handler, with someone else saying, "Free Devin!" Someone free the toon handler in the background. In case you didn't know, Devin Reed is a toon handler for Dandy as well as Pebble. And what we know about him is, nothing. It's quite literally unknown. However, some people think this means something else. As you can see here, people have been depicting, frame by frame, what this photo means, with a top comment being, "Trust, guys, this means that toon handlers are gonna be playable. Trust!" And to be honest with you, I'm not sure why they jumped the gun and are speculating that this picture somehow means toon handlers are gonna be playable, but hey, it's a theory and I'm gonna talk about it. However, if toon handlers were supposed to be playable in Danny's World, it would only be inside of roleplay. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty confident in that. In Danny's World, the question gets asked all the time: is there only one version of every toon, or is there multiple different versions? With the caveat being that toons can play as other toons in the same game. So someone asked this question: do you think we'll add interactions for two of the same toon? For example, Poppy talking to Poppy. With the top comment being, "I don't think so, but it'd be so cool if she did." But it would be cool in canon and lore to see how toons would react to seeing other versions of themselves. Unless technically that's not supposed to exist, but it is still canon either way. I would like some answers. Moving on to something more lighthearted. If you could be trapped in a room with one toon, okay, wait, well, maybe that wasn't lighthearted. More fun. Realistically, who would it be? And the thing is, you don't know the deadline here. Like, you could think in the sense of like, oh yeah, I would feel safe with this person. Yeah, that'd be fine. Or someone that you feel safe with and probably would enjoy a long period of time with is what I'm thinking. And honestly, I'm immediately torn between two. The first one being Astro. Honestly, I feel like me and Astro would get along extremely well. But the other one that I thought of is Connie, because she can't really get locked into a room, right? Like, she could let you know what's going on in the outside world. See, I metagame the question. The top comment on this is, I think Blot would be kind of chill. I would say Yada, but her energy being contained in one room would kill me. No, it literally would kill you. And the only reason why I lean away from Blot is I feel like you're asking for a headache, man. If you had to decipher everything he said freaking backwards, God, I feel like my head would be doing jumping jacks off the wall. But it seems like the other really popular answer is Sprout and Goob. But you know what? Go ahead and comment down below which toon you would be locked in a room with. So old canon is being brought up. Canon with this girl right here. So what's going on with this anxious little basket? Well, you see, Clover Z Plant says, "What is Bassie doing in this video?" after saying something to Eggson. So I've watched this video a lot and I still don't know what she's doing. So it's Eggson and Bassie just kind of hanging out. Bassie says something. Eggson turns, starts laughing, and then she freaks out, sighs, and like goes back to normal. I don't think anything of this, but apparently that means something. From what it looks like, maybe she said something embarrassing. I don't know though. I think it's exactly what it is. Bassie is pretty shy, so she's probably embarrassed about getting too excited about things. Exon told her something that really interested her, so she got really excited about it without realizing. Since everyone is used to Bassie being shy, Exon probably got surprised at Bassie's reaction. Bassie saw Exon's reaction, felt like she did something wrong, and began apologizing. That way of apologizing, clapping your hands together and lowering your head, is just a comedically exaggerated gesture. Often seen it in animes. Facts. And I completely agree. This guy is named Sopa, by the way. He's making some fire freaking comics. Regardless, though, I think you nailed the pin on the head there. Furthermore, in this video, I brought up spies. Yes, somebody encountered a spy, or rather, a a Quelver bot is what they're calling them inside of a Dangerous World game. I can't really explain it. How about I just show you screenshots of an AI bot in Danny's World, and it's just this random guy sitting, like it's just a gray character sitting in the middle of a lobby, right, with someone asking, "Are you Quelver's creation?" Yeah, look at that. Like how weird is that thing? But the reason why people are calling it a bot is randomly in the lobby he said, "Hey, new peasant 2," which I'm assuming is a username. "I'm not sure about Quelver, but I'm here to chat about anything you'd like. What piqued your interest?" And I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that this is a little bit misleading or faulty. Oh wait, maybe not, because I was gonna say the bot misspelled Quelver. However, so did this guy. So either someone like is going in game and acting to be a bot, or they're actually programming a bot to join Dangerous World games about Dandy's World. This is weird. AI Gubby broke into Garden View. Facts. This guy says, an exploiter using a script to connect with AI and respawn TP to become the gray humanoid. Which, we'll just go ahead and dock it up to that and say that this isn't a common occurrence, because that's not something that I would want to think is. Don't you remember the other day when I was telling you about skins that didn't make the cut in Danny's World? Yeah, well, there was actually more. And you'll never guess for who it is. You will never be able to guess which character had too many skins and wasn't able to. Yeah, it was freaking Yada. So Scrap Dude got a skin called Batty Yada, where Batty's skin for Yada was Scraps. The skin had Yada in red, black, and a color palette with the additional black and red wings, resembling the bat wings and 2 fangs instead of her usual 3. The idea of vampire/bat-like skin was likely reused for the Sanguini Silent skin for Blot. And here's what Batty Yada looks like, which, to be honest, looks 1,000 times better than Infected Candy, but that's just my opinion. And one other minor scrap skin was Creepy Clown Louie. So this is the current version of it, but his original concept design looked more like this, which kind of looks more like Pennywise. I think they decided to steer away from Pennywise. Moving on to someone we've actually shown on this channel before, D-Fang on Twitter, about Dandy being the fakest person on the planet. So it's Gordy going, "Boo!" And then Dandy just kind of staring at him, being like, "Oh, oh my God, holy moly. Kid, wow, you really got me there."
Dude, what are we? Who are you trying to fool?
It was just a cute little thing. Okay, shut up. So, as you guys know, for the Halloween event, even though it's almost ending soon, with the Halloween event, like, everyone was complaining about how much it actually cost to buy everything. This isn't literally everything. It might be, actually. This could be everything. No, it's not. So, this isn't every calculation. It costs 23,000 pumpkins, 5,100 Iker, or $75 worth of Robux, which is a lot. So a lot of people complained because there was just so much content. So something that Danny's World did to combat that was they activated Double Pumpkin Weekend. However, I think they actually had a different plan originally in place instead of Double Pumpkin. Yeah. I think Quell was listening because on the pumpkin's texture, there is rainbow taking up half the texture. This could have meant a rainbow pumpkin item was planned to be in the game, though what it would do and its removal is unknown. So literally all we have is this texture screenshot and this screenshot of what a rainbow pumpkin would have looked like. What I legitimately assumed this meant was for these pumpkins that are currently in the game, some of them would have just been rainbow. Either would have gave a effect or probably had a pumpkin multiplier on it instead. So if I could find another rainbow pumpkin here, or another pumpkin, let's say this one happened to be rainbow, I would come up to it and it would probably give me 10 pumpkins instead, or in some way, somehow, just give me more pumpkins instead of Double Pumpkin Weekends. That's my theory. Let me know what you guys think. And I got one final thing before we go. Paul showed us Twisted Roger's animation. She showed us Finn's new animation. She also showed us what Twisted Dial's original concept looked like. Quell was literally like, I realized I never showed this guy's concept art at all. By the way, she didn't even call him Dial. She just said this guy's. So here is Twisted Dial's concept art for those interested. So let's go ahead and take a look. So his original design honestly looks a little less snake-like and looks kind of more like a stingray. No, not a stingray, but it has like more spikes on his back. Yeah, spine and big teeth. And this looks more flatter, like he's crawling. So yeah, it gives off less snake, but I like more reptile in general, you know? But as you can see, his tail, while putting an arrow to it, like a clock arrow hand thing. Oh, well that's kind of cool. So he has like a stinger that's kind of like a clock. Interesting. Well, that's just a little bit of lore, or what could have been, in Danny's world. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be all the time that I have for today. So thank you guys all so very much for watching. Make sure to smash like, and I'll see you guys all again later.